over this review really fast. You should all have it. If you don't, make sure you shoot me an email, and I will pop it in your inbox in your email. On the next video, if you watch the next video, I tried a new document camera, and I'm not sure if I like how it didn't seem like it was as I don't know, it seemed a little funky, blurry, so pardon that, I'm going to stick to using this one for a while until I can figure out how to make that a little bit more focused. Alright, so here we go. Let's just do these quick reviews. The first one obviously looks like an investment question because we're talking about percentages. So you remember you're going to have a totals row, a totals equation, and then a total interest equation. So they're going to invest $9,000, and they're going to split it up, that $9,000, into two parts. So let's let X be the amount invested at 17%. They're going to take that 9,000. Some of it's going to go for 9,000, and they're going to some of that 9,000 is going to be invested at 17% interest, and then the rest is going to be at 10% interest. All right, so let's get our equation down. So when we add the two amounts that we're investing, that's going to add up to $9,000. And then we want to make an interest $1,040. So it's simple interest. So for every X dollar we invest, we're going to make 17% back. So 17% of X, we're going to make an interest. And then 10% of Y, we're going to make an interest. But remember in the other video I said, you know what, let's just get rid of the percents. Let's go ahead and just write those as decimals. Okay, so then we don't have to deal with the percent symbols on our calculator. So I'm going to write the new system over here. We're going to have X plus Y equals 9,000. And then we're going to have 0.17X plus 0.10Y equals 1040. Okay, I'll give you a second to kind of catch up and write that down. So I don't really care how you solve these. I'm going to do, let's do substitution first. I'm going to do substitution to start us off. So for substitution, you want to find that variable that has a 1 in the front and solve for it, get it all by itself. So I am just in the habit of, when I write this down, of just subtracting X from both sides. Okay, so Y equals 9,000 minus X, or negative X plus 9,000, however you want to write it. And then we're going to take that and we're going to substitute it in to the equation we haven't used yet. Right? So we're going to have 0.17x plus 0.10 instead of y. We're going to write the 9,000 minus x, and that's going to equal 1,040. 1040. Okay, you're going to need your calculator. So let's distribute through the 0.10. If you want to do it on the calculator, if you don't see it right away, just do that decimal shift. Okay, let's combine like terms. So 0.17 minus 0.10, that'll give you a 0.07, so I'll bring it over here. So 0.07x plus 900 equals 1040. We're just about there. Let's get this x term by itself. So subtract 900 from both sides. Okay, if you want to do that on your calculator, go for it. So So that's 1040. I'm sorry, 140. And then last step, divide. Alright, I'm going to do that on my calculator. So did you get x equals 2,000? Alright, so let's see. The Winslow Green Growth account was the 17%, and that's what our x was. So our x was the 2,000 at Winslow. This was the 17%, or I'll put this right here. That was the 17%, and the small cap Columbia was 10%. So that was what's left over. So if I invest 2,000 out of 9,000, then I'm going to have 7,000 left. Does that make sense? Just reviewing. I'm hoping you already tried these. Okay, so that's a typical investment problem. Typical solution question looks like this. So we want to make 6 cups of a 15% solution. I feel like we did this one. I can't remember though, but we're going to do it again. So we have a barrel of 10% and a barrel of 25% acid solution, and we want to take a scoop out of each, stir together, so that we're going to have 6 cups of a 15% solution. So I'm going to let x equal the amount of the 10% acid solution, and then just by default I'm going to let y equal the amount of the 25% solution. Okay? So I know when I add x plus y, I'm going to get 6 altogether, right? This is the amount in cups for both of those. So I know I wanted 6 cups altogether. And then let's deal with the acidity. So at the end, I want this 6 cups to be 15% acid. So I'm going to get 10% acidity from the X cups, and then from the Y cups I'm going to get 25% acidity. Alright, so let's rewrite this without these, without the percents. So 10% is 0.10, 25% is 0.25, and let's do 15% times 6 on my calculator. You guys see that? You get 0.9. Alright, so I'm going to rewrite it and then we can solve it. Maybe you guys want to try elimination if that's what you guys like. I wish we were together so I could figure out exactly who likes what, and then we could take our time with both. Alright, so if we want to do elimination, we want to get the same coefficient but opposite signs. So I'm going to try to eliminate that x. So I have a 0.10 here, so I need a negative 0.10 there. So I'm going to multiply both sides of this equation by negative 0.10. So you get it, and you get it. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what this is going to look like. We'll have negative 0.10x plus negative 0.10y equals, here we go, negative 0.1 times 6. Let's just do it right on our calculator. There you go, negative 0.6. And then we don't want to change the second one because that's what we're going to use to eliminate, right? Okay, so when we eliminate, we add the two equations. Do you guys see that negative 0.1 and positive 0.1, they get to 0, so I can just cross those off. So negative 0.1 plus 0.25, if you do that on your calculator, you'll get 0.15y. And if you put negative 0.6 and 0.9 on your calculator, you'll get 0.3. Okay, let's see what we got for y. So 0.3 divided by 0.15. Did you guys get y equals 2? Alright, so y equals 2 is the 25% acidity. So I'll put 2 cups here. And since we wanted 6 cups all together, it must be 4 cups of the 10% acidity. Alright, hope that makes sense. Alright, let's flip and do a value problem. Just thought this is something that would be a nice little review. Okay, so it looks like we are looking at some CDs. Alright, so they want to know how many of each CD were sold. So let's let X equal the number of plans sold and let's let Y equal the number of forbidden love. CDs sold. So how many of these CDs were sold all together? Alright, looks like they sold this many CDs. So when I add X plus Y, it looks like we're supposed to get 836 because those were the number of CDs that we sold. Alright, and then the CD plans, we made $12.96 for every one of those that were sold, and Amazon made $9.99 for every Forbidden Love CD sold, and it looks like they made total a lot of money. That's how much they made in total. Right, so I think we'll do substitution. So I'm going to take this one over here and I'm going to solve for y. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So y equals 836 minus x. Right, and then by the name you substitute. So you're going to substitute that into the equation we haven't used yet. Right there. So we have $12.96 times x plus $9.99. Instead of y, we're going to write 836 minus x, and that's going to equal $10,475.92. Definitely going to need our calculator for this one. Okay, here we go. So 1296x plus 999. Let's get rid of those parentheses. I did that on my calculator. I got 8351.64, and then minus 999x, and that's going to equal to $10,475.19. So let's combine like terms. So let's combine this guy with this guy. So that gave me 2.97x. I just write the rest of it down. Okay. And then we're going to subtract. Do this on my calculator because I do not want to do that in my head. 8351.64. Okay. So that's going to equal 2123.55. And then the last step, keep that calculator out. Now, do you see how you got a nice number? Like if you do this and you get something real wonky like a negative number, or if you get like 84.72, you can't sell that many CDs. That would be weird. So, you know, it's a nice check. If you get a whole number, you should feel pretty good about it. All right, so 715. So that's X, and X was the CD plans. So 715 here. Okay, and then we sold 836 altogether. So, or it was 836. If we've already considered 715 of them, it looks like we'll have 121 left for the Forbidden Love CD. Okay, so I just thought that would be a nice little review if you needed it. So we are all set now. So you'll have this video in this section 7.1, which is a little funky as far as the blurriness goes. I got to figure that other. I didn't realize it was blurrier. The lighting was weird until I watched it. Oh, darn it. But so I'm coming back to this guy. So let me know if you have any questions, right? Shoot me a message that you want to do a Zoom room through Remind, and then we can see each other, and it's a little bit easier to get questions answered if we can see each other. All right, I hope everyone's okay. We have 2 more days until spring break, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to having a little bit of fun over break. Right? We will talk to you on Wednesday, if not sooner. You know, give me a shout, and we can see each other in a Zoom room. Take care.